Namaste everybody. Special Gana from Mumbai to Miami. It's Bollywood on Salsa. My name is Prashant Kakad. I live in Portland, Oregon. I'm an artist based out of here. I am a DJ, choreographer, and I make music. And I travel all over the US and everywhere, wherever life takes me, and I spread the joy of music and dance and introduce people to my culture. We looked to movies as a way of entertainment, or even weddings. Any opportunity we got to dance and celebrate, it was very important to me, to my family. And to this day, that remains to be the case. My mom and dad tell me they saw 40 Bollywood movies by the time I was 6 months old. So I don't know, I feel like it was just like induced to all the drama, the romance, the comedy, the suspense, the thrill. As a child, I feel like I just absorbed it. I am the older son of a lower middle class Indian family. My job back then in 80s and 90s was to get either medicine or engineering or dentistry or law or just stop existing. And so I didn't want to stop existing, so I chose engineering. But something happened the moment I landed here, because all of a sudden, from living in a one-bedroom apartment with my mom, dad, and brother, sharing my living room with my brother as part of my life, always the older brother, always the caretaker of the family, always the responsible one who is going to make the logical and wise decision. All of a sudden, I came to Ithaca, New York, and I was just me by myself, and I basically just woke up and I cried like a baby. I was like, what have you done to yourself? Why have you brought yourself so far away from your family, from your country, from your culture, from everything that means everything to you? What are you doing? And then from there, I just felt like I was really lost. I thought I wanted to, bring about this change in the world. And then all of a sudden, I realized that I just wanted to be in Bollywood. So dance floor became a really safe space for me. And that's where the transformation started. And that gave me enough motivation to finish my master's thesis. And so that's how I went to Cornell. I danced my way through it, and it motivated me to again focus back on research and studies. And so in 2006, I moved to Portland. So I was working at Intel, a very strict job. And at the same time, this passion for dancing was very much alive, and I could not, when it was evening, I could not find a dance class and just go and dance. So that was my life here at Intel. All of a sudden I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're 27, you're single, you don't have a house, you don't have a big car loan, you have every chance to be able to do what you want to do in your life, and you're sitting here not being a really good Intel employee and being really frustrated in life. One person, and that one person's support meant everything to me, and that was somebody who totally surprised me, and that was my father. And he said, I believe in you. I believe that you can do whatever you want. And I'm emotional as I share this, because that meant everything to me at that time, that my father could support me in that way. So I quit Intel, and my original plan was to practice singing for 6 months like nobody else's business, and go to India and take part in Indian Idol. One of the things, having grown up as a lower middle class Indian child, I never got to go dancing or clubbing, but I always saw that it was really for the people, who were like really well-to-do, who were like dressed in a certain way, who had this swag about them. And I was like, well, it's clearly not for me. And so when it was my opportunity to throw a dance party, I wanted it to be for everybody. And so one of the things for me was to be able to teach some really basic, simple dance moves to people so that they feel comfortable, they feel at ease, and that we bring the focus back to dancing and nightlife events as opposed to, you know, whatever else that goes on. And so we started Jai Ho, the dance party that we're celebrating 9 years anniversary of.
So many brand new faces tonight for Jai Ho 9-year anniversary. And tonight, to make it extra sweet for you guys to stay until 2 a.m., we have a decadent chocolate cake.
And it had this quintessential, like a real proper dance lesson, introduction to Indian culture, just an icebreaker. And it had music that was really authentic because, you know, I grew up in India listening to this kind of music. But then it also had music from me being in the US and listening to all kinds of Latin American, hip-hop, West African music. So that's how my dance party started.
किसी